This movie was way more real than Hollywood wanted. A movie most people have heard of, but very few have actually looked into. Cast a Giant Shadow, released in 1966. On the surface, it looks like a typical old-school war epic packed with big stars, dramatic speeches, and battlefield heroics. But once you dig deeper, you realize this movie is hiding an absolutely wild real-life story underneath all that Hollywood polish. This film isn't just about war, it's about identity, loyalty, sacrifice, and one American who walked away from comfort to help build an entire nation's army from scratch. And the craziest part? Most of what you see on screen is rooted in real history, even the tragic ending. Today we're breaking down 20 hidden facts about Cast a Giant Shadow, the behind-the-scenes chaos, the political risks, the casting secrets, and the real man behind the legend. Stick around, because this story gets heavier, stranger, and more powerful the deeper we go. Fact number 1: the movie is based on a real American war hero. A lot of viewers assume Cast a Giant Shadow is fictionalized Hollywood drama. But the truth is, the film is based on the life of Colonel David "Mickey" Marcus, a real Jewish-American military officer. Marcus was a West Point graduate, a decorated U.S. Army colonel, and a veteran of World War II. He helped plan the Allied invasion of Normandy and worked closely with top military strategists. After World War II, Marcus was approached by Jewish leaders who were preparing for the creation of Israel. Against all odds and against official U.S. military policy, Marcus secretly traveled overseas to help organize and train what would become the Israeli Defense Forces. This wasn't symbolic help. He literally designed command structures, trained officers, and helped prevent Jerusalem from falling. Hollywood toned things down, but in real life, Marcus's impact was so massive that Israel posthumously made him its first modern general. That alone makes this movie more than just entertainment. It's historical documentation disguised as cinema. Fact number 2: Hollywood was afraid to touch this story. Believe it or not, Cast a Giant Shadow almost never got made. The idea was first pitched in the late 1940s, right after the events actually happened. Studios immediately backed away. Why? Because the subject was politically explosive. Supporting Israel in a film meant risking international backlash, boycotts, and even bans in Middle Eastern countries. At the time, Hollywood studios depended heavily on overseas markets, and many executives felt this story was simply too controversial. It took nearly 18 years for the project to finally move forward, and even then, it only happened because powerful figures like John Wayne personally supported it. This wasn't just a movie delay. It was Hollywood saying, "This story is dangerous." Fact number 3: Kirk Douglas was personally connected to the story. Kirk Douglas didn't just star in this film, he believed in it. Douglas, who was Jewish himself, felt a personal responsibility to tell Marcus's story. He saw Marcus as a symbol of Jewish resilience after the Holocaust, and as proof that American Jews played a role in shaping modern Israel. Douglas fought hard to make sure Marcus wasn't portrayed as a cardboard hero. He wanted the character to struggle, doubt himself, and feel torn between his American life and his sense of moral duty. Many of the emotional monologues in the film came directly from Douglas, pushing for deeper characterization. For Douglas, this wasn't just another role, it was personal history. Fact number 4: the director and star constantly clashed on set. Behind the camera, things were tense. Director Melville Shavelson and Kirk Douglas reportedly argued throughout production. Shavelson wanted a more political, documentary-style approach, while Douglas wanted emotional weight and classic Hollywood heroism. These disagreements weren't minor. Crew members later recalled shouting matches, rewrites happening overnight, and entire scenes being reblocked minutes before shooting. At one point, Shavelson reportedly walked off set out of frustration, leaving assistant directors scrambling. The irony? That tension actually helped the film. The clash between realism and dramatization mirrors the movie's central theme: idealism versus reality. Fact number 5: Michael Douglas's film career quietly began here. Most people don't realize this, but Cast a Giant Shadow marks Michael Douglas's very first film appearance. He appears briefly as an uncredited Jeep driver. The role wasn't planned. A local actor refused to perform a dangerous driving stunt, and Kirk Douglas casually suggested his son take the role. That one decision changed everything. Michael Douglas would later become one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, but his career technically started here, driving a military Jeep in his father's war film. It's a blink and you miss it moment, but film history was quietly being made. Fact number 6, John Wayne's appearance was politically bold. John Wayne's cameo wasn't just a friendly favor, it was a political statement. Wayne was one of the most powerful figures in Hollywood at the time, and his support helped legitimize the project. However, Wayne insisted on limited screen time and no top billing. He didn't want audiences to feel misled, and he wanted the focus to remain on the story, not star power. Still, his presence sent a clear message: this film mattered. Wayne understood the political implications and accepted them anyway. Fact number 7, Frank Sinatra didn't take the role for the money. Frank Sinatra's participation shocked a lot of people. By 1966, Sinatra didn't need war films or supporting roles. But he was deeply interested in aviation and had real flying experience, which made the pilot role appealing. Even more interesting, Sinatra reportedly donated his salary to help fund youth programs in Israel. That's not something studios advertised, but it shows how deeply the project resonated with the cast. This wasn't just acting, it was commitment. Fact number 8, the film was shot across 3 countries. While much of the film was shot on location in Israel, production also took place in Italy and the United States. Large interior sets were built at Cinecittà Studios in Rome, including department stores and offices meant to represent New York. The reason? Logistics. Hotels in Tel Aviv were overbooked, schedules fell apart, and production had to adapt fast. What looks seamless on screen was actually stitched together across continents. Old Hollywood filmmaking at its most chaotic. Fact number 9, the heat nearly shut the film down. Filming in Israel during summer was brutal. Temperatures regularly exceeded 120 degrees Fahrenheit, around 49 degrees Celsius. Equipment malfunctioned, cameras overheated, and cast members collapsed between takes. One camera was reportedly destroyed after being positioned too close to tank fire during a battle scene. Even worse, some extras were injured when dummy ammunition caused unexpected ricochets. This wasn't a controlled studio shoot. It was war-zone filmmaking. Fact number 10, the film is based on a biography. The movie is adapted from the 1962 biography Cast a Giant Shadow by Ted Berkman. The book goes far deeper into Marcus's military philosophy, internal conflicts, and behind-the-scenes negotiations. Many political and strategic details were simplified or removed for the film, but the emotional core remains intact. If anything, the book makes the real story even more intense. Hollywood actually toned it down. Fact number 11, the tragic ending is historically accurate. The most shocking moment in the film, Marcus being killed by friendly fire, is not Hollywood invention. It happened exactly that way in real life. Marcus was shot by an Israeli sentry who didn't understand his English command. It was a tragic, avoidable death that devastated Israel's leadership. The film recreates this moment with restraint, but knowing it actually happened makes it hit harder. Sometimes history writes the cruelest endings. Fact number 12, the romance was mostly fictional. The film adds romantic subplots to humanize Marcus, but in reality, his personal life was far more reserved. These relationships were created to give audiences emotional grounding and to balance the heavy political themes. While some elements are loosely inspired by real people, most of the romantic drama is Hollywood invention. It's one of the few areas where the film clearly bends the truth. Fact number 13, real Israeli soldiers appeared in the film. Many extras weren't actors at all, they were actual Israeli soldiers. Some had fought in the very battles the film depicts. This added realism, but also caused delays when soldiers were suddenly recalled for real-world duties. In a strange way, the film and history were happening at the same time. Fact number 14, the score was carefully researched. Composer Elmer Bernstein didn't rely on cliches. He studied Israeli folk music, military rhythms, and regional melodies before composing the score. The music subtly reinforces identity and tension without overwhelming the story, something Bernstein was famous for. Fact number 15, most dialogue was re-recorded later. Because of wind, heat, and battlefield noise, much of the on-set audio was unusable. Actors later re-recorded their lines in studios across the US and Europe. Some Hebrew dialogue was even recreated by university students fluent in the language. Movie magic, but exhausting. Fact number 16, the Israeli government demanded script changes. To get official cooperation, filmmakers had to submit the script for approval. The government requested over 30 changes to ensure accuracy and respect for real individuals. This level of oversight was rare and shows how seriously Israel viewed the film. Fact number 17, the film reflects Cold War politics. Though set in 1948, the film was made during the Cold War. Themes of democracy, survival, and ideological struggle echo the global tensions of the 1960s. Audiences at the time understood the parallels immediately. Fact number 18, critics were divided. Some praised the ambition. Others felt the film tried to do too much politics, war, romance, and biography all at once. Over time, the film gained respect as a historical document rather than pure entertainment. Fact number 19, star power saved the film financially. Without Douglas, Wayne, and Sinatra, this movie likely wouldn't exist. Their involvement reassured investors and distributors. It's a reminder of how much influence stars once had over what stories got told. Fact number 20, the opening text is 100% true. The film's opening statement claims the story is real, and for once Hollywood isn't exaggerating. Many characters existed, many events happened, and the sacrifice was real. Cast a Giant Shadow isn't perfect, but it's honest in spirit. This film isn't just about war. It's about what happens when someone chooses conscience over comfort. About standing up when history calls, even if the cost is everything. If you enjoy uncovering hidden film history, real stories behind classic movies, and Hollywood secrets they don't teach in film school, subscribe, hit the like button, and let me know which fact surprised you most. I'll see you in the next one.